Good morning. So last time we talked about slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines. Now we're going to shift into talking about equations of lines. And so hopefully this is review for you, but we'll just see where it goes. So starting with, if I were to want to name the line on the graph that shows that matches each description. So we have line LM is one possible answer. We have line PS might be our answer, or we have line GR. And all of these are going to be asking questions about whether our lines are parallel or perpendicular to these lines. So we know that parallel from last time, parallel has the same slope. And we know that perpendicular has opposite reciprocal slope. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this graph and we're going to find the slopes of all three of these lines. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So this is up to right 3. This one is down 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the blue line is -2/5, and the green line looks like it's up 2 over 1. Okay, so now that we have our slopes, we can go back and answer these questions. So which ones of these lines, the yellow, the green, or the blue, would be parallel to a line with a slope of 2/3? So looks like the only line that has a slope of 2/3 is line LM, because they have the same slope. And that's it. That's my answer, is that line LM is the line on this graph that matches the description. Okay, part B, if it's intersecting but not perpendicular to. So if it were perpendicular, the opposite reciprocal of 1/2 would be +2 over 1. Therefore, it is not SP, right? Because SP was perpendicular. So if it's going to intersect, intersecting would mean that it's also not parallel. So we're looking for a line that's not parallel and not perpendicular to this line, to the y equals -1/2 x minus 2. So 2/3 is not the same thing as -1/2, so LM would work as an answer. And GR would also work because it also has a slope that's not the same or opposite reciprocal. Okay, so I'll let you try part B, and then we'll, the second part B, I guess we should call that part C, and we'll come back and check. Ready? You try. Okay, so we knew that if it was perpendicular, we were looking for the opposite reciprocal slope, and the opposite reciprocal of -1/2 was +2 over 1. So I hope you said SP was the answer we were looking for on that one. Okay, so this one, just a little bit reminding us of y equals mx plus b is the slope-intercept equation of the line, but still technically just dealing with slopes and practicing comparing slopes, right? So here we really get into writing equations of lines. And I'm going to skip this flow chart for now. We're going to come back to it in just a minute. So in example 2, write an equation in slope-intercept form of a line having the given point and slope, and then graph the line. So the given slope, given point, let's go back to our fabulous flowchart. And if I'm going to write an equation of a line, what am I given to work with? I am given a point and a slope. So I'm going to follow the flowchart this way. This is going to tell me how to proceed. Is my slope 0 or undefined? Well, no, actually it was -2/3. So no, going to follow the no path, and then that would indicate that to write my equation of my line, I need to start with point-slope form. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over here. Point-slope form is y minus y1 m times x minus x1. Okay, and then you might remember from Algebra 1 when you did this that m obviously goes there, that's your slope, and that the 3 and the 4 are your x1, y1. So when we go to plug those in, y minus 4 equals negative 2/3 x minus 3. We are now going to solve for y to get this in slope-intercept form. We want our answer to be in y equals mx plus b format. So we're going to distribute, we're going to solve for y. So y minus 4 equals negative 2/3 x. Negative 2/3 times negative 3 over 1. We know tops times tops would be plus 6. Bottoms times bottom would be positive 3 on bottom. So y minus 4 equals negative 2/3 x. 3 goes into 6 2 times, positive 2. Then lastly, we add the 4 to get y completely by itself, and we get y equals negative 2/3 x plus 6. So now we have our equation written. It's in slope-intercept form, and so now we get to graph it. So it looks like the point 3, 4 has already been graphed for us. All we need is the points, the y-intercept of 6 on the y-axis. So go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can draw a line through those 2 dots. My other option would have been to go up 6 on the y-axis and then go down using the slope of negative 2/3. That would have indicated to go down 2 and right 3. So down 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3. And I would have landed at 3, 4 anyway. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video and I'll see you on the next one for example 3.